Did you think that building your freelance business would give you more freedom? I know I did when I first started my business as a social media manager, working over 40 hours a week. I thought that leaving my job would give me all this freedom, but I had to learn the hard way. And today I want to share with you what I did to turn that around and build a business that allowed me to make more money working less hours. I now coach other freelancers, social media marketers, and agency owners on how to build a scalable and profitable business. In fact, I've coached over 600 people, and today I want to share with you the things that I have found to work for my business and for my clients. Number one, the first thing is you have to price premium. If you do not charge enough money, okay, like $2,000 a month, you will not be profitable and you will not be able to outsource and hire other people to help you in your business. When I first started out my social media management business, I was managing multiple clients by myself. I did not have a team. I was doing it as a solo freelancer, and this did not allow me to have a life because I was also allowing my clients to just ask me for whatever they wanted every single month. And so I didn't have any type of customization. So the first lesson I can share with you is you want to make sure you have customized pricing packages. So you have a specific flat fee retainer. Do not charge hourly if you're going to do marketing services, especially. And if you do charge hourly, maybe you are, trying to go with a virtual assistant service, or maybe you do project management service and you want to have hourly rates. You need to charge flat set of hours. So let's say you charge $50 an hour for something, or you charge $30 an hour. You want to sell a package of 50 hours, 60 hours, 80 hours a month. But in most cases, if you're doing marketing, let's say you are a social media manager, you want to charge a flat fee. You also want to make sure that you have very clear deliverables that you communicate with the client about what they're going to get when they purchase that package. For example, let's say you're charging $1,500 a month for social media management. You need to clearly define how many pieces of content the client is going to get every single month. You also need to let the client know if you're going to be doing engagement. So will you be responding to comments on the post? Will you be doing community management? That needs to be defined, because what happens, and I see this happen a lot of times with a lot of my clients that I coach, is that they don't set any type of boundaries with the client. And so they may agree to post, 4 times a week on social media. And then the client's like, oh, can you also write 2 emails for me this week? Can you do X, Y, Z? And the client is just throwing on different things to the package. And that is not what you signed up for, right? The other thing that does is when a client is just throwing on additional services, you're not able to truly calculate it. And so what can happen, and this happened to me, is I found myself overworking and not getting paid enough money. This is because I did not have clear boundaries set with the client. Let's talk about lesson number 2, which is you need to charge premium rates. So if you're charging about $2,000 a month, that will give you enough money to pay yourself well and also outsource some of the work to a virtual assistant. Now, here's the deal. Trying to be a solo social media manager or solo digital marketer is going to burn you out. It's not enough time in the day for you to have to do like every single thing for your client. If you want to make enough money, right, you're going to have 4 to 10 clients. I was going to say 4 to 6, but I want to say 10. Because if you have 10 clients and they're paying you $1,000 a month, or maybe they're paying you $1,500 a month, that equals $10,000 or $15K, depending on how much you charge per month. So that's a 5-figure payment to you. Now, that's what you need to live in North America. If you live in North America, anywhere in North America or somewhere in Europe or any type of expensive city, okay, you need to make enough money to pay your bills. And so you need to have a certain amount of clients and you need to charge a certain amount of money. And what happens is I find people start their business because they're tired of their 9-to-5 job, or they just want to work from home, whatever happens, maybe they got laid off, and they don't calculate how much money they're going to need to live a comfortable life. And so this happened to me, okay? So I'm just sharing like stuff that actually happened to me. And I see this happen with a lot of my clients who I mentor. They don't sit down and just do the math, okay? So here's how it works. If you charge $2,500 a month, you only need 4 clients to hit $10K a month. And so that's going to allow you to have enough profit margin to pay yourself, and hire 1 or 2 virtual assistants who can help you. Let's say you do social media management or some type of marketing service. Your virtual assistants can write captions, they can do the writing, or they can do graphic design, because graphic design is very tedious. Like certain types of tedious tasks, you want to outsource those to other people because you want to be focused on getting sales. And what happens is because you're working so many hours, you don't have enough time to go find additional clients, and you don't have enough time to do marketing for your business or to create content for your own, Instagram account or your LinkedIn account. So you're just doing the client work. And then what happens is a lot of people get stuck in fulfillment. So you're doing the work and then you just rely on referrals, because you don't have time to go to, networking events. You don't have time to do speaking or to create a personal brand for yourself or for your agency because you're doing too much. That brings me to lesson number 3, which is you don't have systems, right? You need to have systems in your business. Now, systems mean things like having a client onboarding process where, let's say you find a client, they sign a contract, you send them the invoice, and then there's a couple of steps you need to have in place so that the client feels that they're taken care of, right? Because when someone pays you, you don't want them to have buyer's remorse, right? So you want to look organized and you want to have a good onboarding process. So let's say you're doing social media marketing or you're running Facebook ads for a client. You want to have a questionnaire that they're going to fill out, right? So that you collect the data that you need so that you can run the marketing campaign. So you have a questionnaire, then you want to have a kickoff meeting so that you meet with them and you go over the plan. And then there's other steps that you have to do to make sure that you have the correct information, that the client's going to give you feedback on some of the pieces of content that you're going to create. But what happens is if you don't have the right steps in place and you don't have clear communication with the client when they first sign on, it's going to turn into a wreck. Just trust me. I'm telling you, you'll be stressed out because the onboarding process helps the client be seen and heard. And also it helps the client understand what to expect next. And it allows you to look professional, okay? Because when you don't look professional and someone just paid you, they're going to have second thoughts about should I have really hired them? That's number 1. And number 2, when you aren't clear about what are the next steps in the process of working with you, like on a month-to-month basis, let's say you're doing social media management and they have to, you're going to be editing content for the client. You need to have very clear, organized steps so that the client could give you feedback before things get published. Or you have to be in agreement with the client on what is going to get published, what type of content, what are the topics, what are the content pillars. So when you have a process in place for managing this whole thing, and this is just client onboarding, there's also workflow management, there's project management that you need to have in place. When you have systems like this, you will feel organized, you will know where things are, you won't be stressed out, and you'll have really happy clients because they see how professional and how seamless your process is. And so they're going to want to continue working with you, and they're going to want to share your information with their colleagues and give you referrals. And that's what you want. You want happy clients who are going to stay and give you repeat business. So that's why you need to have these things in place. So here's the deal. If you want to grow to consistent 5-figure months, 8K a month, 10K, 15K, I've actually coached people and helped them hit 20K a month in their agency. I actually have a training where I'm going to go through this entire process to help you get crystal clear on what you need to have set up in your business and how to build a really good, profitable, and a business that doesn't require you to work so many hours, but you still get paid really well, right? So we'll be covering that in this training. All right, so in the description of this video, I have a resource to help you with that. And also make sure you subscribe to this channel if you want to learn how to build a profitable agency business. See you in the next video.